Alright, so this is how you make an in splice. This is going to be, it's called a short splice because the size of the rope actually gets larger than the original size when it's done, but it takes less weaves. Now typically when you do a short splice like I did before with the with this eye splice, this is also a short splice. What you should do with braided rope like this, you should go at least 4 turns down. Now I went ahead and did 6, and then to keep this from ever getting caught up on anything, I went and tapered the edges on it. So I'll show you how to do that with this end splice also. It's basically the same process, only the end splice starts out a little different. So I just came back roughly 8 inches from the end of the rope, put 1 wrap of tape on it, and then just took out those yarns. So what you want to do, you notice you're gonna have 3 strands. I've got 1 here closest to the camera, and I've got 1 here further from the camera, and then right here I've got 1 right in the middle, and it's basically, if you look close, you can see the 3 strands right there. So I'm going to pick this to be my starting wrap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a loop. Just make a loop like so. I'm just going to hold it back up against that wrap of tape I have on there. And I'm going to take this strand that's closest to me, and I'm going to wrap it around that loop, but it's going to be underneath this strand. So it's going to be around that loop like so. And then that last strand, the one that was furthest away from me, I'm going to take it through that loop. Like so. And then basically just pull everything tight. And what you'll have when you're said and done is you'll have that rope looking like so. You'll see strands that are evenly displaced around the original, or excuse me, yarns around the original rope. Now I could take off this piece of tape if we can find the end of it. I think that's it. Probably should have put a buddy tab on this to make it easier to find. Yeah, there it is. So I'm going to take off that wrap of tape. And then it's just going to be a matter of taking each strand. So I'm going to take this strand, I'm going to go over this one, under this one. Now I'm going to take this one, over this strand, under this strand. And then this final, I'm going to go over this strand and under this one. Wait. Nope, almost picked the wrong one. Over this one, under this one. And I'm going to go around again. So that was course number 2. This could be course number 3. Just going around the rope, doing the over-under thing. Making sure everything's nice and tight. And that's the way it's looking so far. I try to twist these yarns up a little tighter. This polyester rope has a tendency to unweave itself a little bit. It's nice and flexible though, that's what I like about it. So once again, I'm going to go through, over, under. We're over that one, under this one. Make sure everything's nice and tight. And at this point, what I like to start doing, because you'll notice there's little bits of unevenness around this. So what I'll do is I'll just put it on a flat surface and just roll it out with your hand. What it does is it makes it nice and flush with everything. So I'm going to go at least one more, probably 2 more. There you go. Make sure it's all nice and tight again. Roll it out. Yeah, I am going to go just one more course, and then I'll start tapering. Over that, under this. And then finally, last one, over, under. Okay, so everything's all nice and tight. The end of the rope is all clean. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of these strands one more course down. I'm going to leave this one out. This one right here I'm going to leave out. So I'm going to go over this one, under this one. I'm going to take this one over this, under this. And now what you'll notice is now I've got 2 strands in a row, and I've got this one oddball over here. So by doing that, what I've done is I've left this one off, and by taking this other strand here, or this yarn here, now it is in line with that. And I'm going to take that last oddball, I'm going to take it one final course over this, under this. And now you'll see that we've got 3 strands in a row. and it's going to have a nice taper to it, so there's no way that this rope can get hung up on, let's say, the edge of some type of obstruction or anything else. Then afterwards, what I do is I'll just take a small torch, this guy right here. I'm going to cut these ropes off close, or these yarns off close, and then I'll just heat them up and wipe it down with a wet paper towel. Okay. Now that that's all done, oops. Then I'll just wipe it down. And that just takes all those melted ends and tapers them back. Now there's other ways to do this called, you can do it with some string, and it's called whipping the rope. But we're just going to go ahead and melt it for now. And that's it. There is an end splice into a piece of 3/8 polyester rope.